10 minutes, and then we have leave time for questions. All right, who's going to start first?
Yeah, I can start. Is it okay? Wow, this sounds good. Maybe I can sing a song first. Okay.
Why not?
We were thinking of dancing an Arabic dance on the table, but that's okay. That's too wild. Hi guys, Mary Kay from Advanced Group Property Inspections. Whoever doesn't know me, I don't sell cosmetics and I do not drive a vehicle. Because people keep asking me, the ones who have not met me. So, but if you need some lipstick, I have 6 in my bag. I can sell it to you guys. We just decided to split this to 2 topics. One, the components of a home, where my friend is going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about the importance of an inspection. When I started doing this 20 years ago, I really didn't know what it meant, what this is. My husband was a contractor. He decided to open up an inspection company. And then I started studying what home inspections is. And I realized it's just like going to the doctors for a physical checkup. When you go to the doctors, they check everything about you when it's a physical checkup. And then they take your blood, they take you to a specialist that say, okay, we heard some kind of a murmur in your heart, or you need to check your liver. And that's exactly what home inspections are. So when you are ordering home inspection right after your offer is accepted, please call the companies right away. Inspection companies are very busy right now. Not only us, but most of them. So when you have your offer signed and accepted, that's the day your contingency on the inspection starts, not from the day of opening an escrow. Please remember that. So once the your offer is accepted, try not to cut your inspection period very short, please. Some clients will call us and they have 5 days of doing inspection, and if they find any issues where they have to go see a specialist, they don't have enough time. So I know there's multiple offers. I'm realizing I'm all over town, and I'm hearing all the brokers talking about right now, the property inventory being short. But still, try to get at least 10 days, because once the inspection is done, you get the report. Then the report, most of the time, will give you at least 2 or 3 items that need to be further evaluated. That means that they might say, the chimney should be evaluated, which 99% of the time the chimneys should be evaluated further through a chimney inspector, which they come in and put a little video and they check if there is cracks and also if there is carbon monoxide. This is why carbon monoxide smoke detectors started coming legal. By law you have to put them because of the problems of cracks and gas leaks. And this is why the inspectors tell you guys to go and check the chimney, further investigate it with the chimney inspector who comes in with the video. And also, if the pipe is cracked, with all the earthquakes that we have a lot of them. The other day we had a 4-point earthquake. I guess I was the only one who felt it. I called my husband, I called everybody, nobody felt it. But that's another way, another reason, and another time that we're going to have something going on either with our foundations or the cracks, either in the chimney or in the water heater, or in the heaters that we have that heats our homes. So when they tell you check with the specialist, please bring the specialist. Please have the buyers bring the specialist. If the buyers decide not to do further investigations, in case the inspector tells them, well, you know what, you need to see a plumber, because it seems like you have a plumbing problem, you have to see an electrician. If the client decides not to do it, I'm bringing this to you from the bottom of my heart. This is a very important information, because I go through a lot of real estate offices and I hear a lot of lawsuits. Make sure to get that in writing. If I was your client, I decided not to do further investigation on any of the items that the inspector found, get it in writing. If I'm not going to sign anything, this is not about doing inspection. This is about further investigations. Send the client an email. Let's pretend the client is me. Hey, Mary Kay, we just talked on the phone. You decided not to do further investigations. If you decide to do so, You have 5 days, 6 days, whatever your contingency period is. And if you need help to give you any kind of referrals, let me know. Love you, much love, whatever you guys say. What happens is, a lot of times the clients close escrow. They tell you, I don't want to do any further investigations. I don't want to do this. They close escrow. The problems are big. You get a phone call. Oh my God, my plumbing is all screwed up. My electrical has to be changed. My panel is not big enough, right? You tell the client, remember you said, Mary Kay, remember you said you don't want to do any further investigations? They get temporary amnesia. And they say, I do not remember. So please do so. Not only I want to tell you about what do we do, what inspection is, but this is what you need to know, most importantly, how to protect yourself from a lawsuit. And there's a lot of people out there that are suing inspection companies. In California, first, lawyers get sued. Second, property inspectors get sued. This is why you also have to hire a property inspector who is licensed, at least a contractor's license, because the state does not regulate this business. You don't need a license, any kind, contractor's license or electrical license, no license required, no insurance required, no certification required, no experience required, nothing is required to do inspections. So when you're hiring an inspector, please make sure to ask those questions. First, are you a licensed contractor? They might say, you know what, I don't need a license. Why are you asking me? The state does not regulate this business. You hang up. Just because the state does not regulate this business, that does not mean that you're going to go with a company who doesn't know anything about inspections or have never built a house. Our logo says you cannot inspect a house if you haven't built one. So that's number one. Contractor's license is fine. If you ask them, do you have a license? They're going to say, well, there's no license. State does not regulate this. So contractor's license is a good question. Second, ask them if they're insured. Insurance is just like your real estate insurance. It's called E&O, errors and omission. That means that if we make a mistake after we close escrow, you give us a call. We need to come and take care of that. Those insurances are very expensive. If you are sued twice, the insurance company does not cover you anymore. So not only that maybe they can't afford it and they don't buy it because it's not necessary, second, that might be a lousy inspector who is not qualified for insurance anymore. Okay? Ask them to fax you the certificate of insurance. It's very important. Look if it's expired or not. It'll say right in the middle, what's the date that this thing is expiring? 3, ask them if they're members of any associations, inspectors associations. There's CREA, ASHI, AHI, and NAHI, something like that. They're all are the same thing. They all do the same thing. They are just an association who controls the inspection industry. CREA is short for California Real Estate Inspectors Association. NAHI is National Association of Real Inspectors Association. You don't need to be a member of all. They all serve the same purpose. CREA is the oldest one. It's the first one. Let's start at this. They take the inspectors to 40 hours continuing education live, just like here. Attorneys come in. They scare the hell out of you. They give you all the last case scenarios. You think, why don't I go close my doors? And then when you have a wife that says, no way, we're going to continue, you keep the doors open. If you don't have one, maybe you can be scared, but just a joke. So, but we learn about how do we stay out of court, and we learn how to help you guys to be careful, okay? So that's the qualifications. If you forget about any of those, you can always give either of us a call, and we'll be more than happy to give you that. You can go to our website. We have all that on our website. Another very important thing with doing inspections is you have to be at the site. Bring your clients there. You need as many witnesses as you can. When the inspector is going through the inspection report, at least you know that the client heard it, you heard it, the seller heard it. Because when we find problems, the sellers don't believe there is a problem. Every seller thinks their house is the best. There's no problems with their house. Their house has no errors. But we need to make sure that show them the pictures. That's why you have to have an inspector with pictures. My time is up. Ruben is already touching my chair, and I feel like I'm on the red carpet. I guess Ruben.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Andor, take it away.
Okay. Well, good morning again. I'm Andor Molnar, Realtor Trust Home Inspection, and I don't sell cosmetics either. So very in common with that one. And I don't drive a pink Cadillac. Well, today we have the presentation, very basic about what you should know about homes, so you really look good in front of the buyers and the sellers. This is very basic, so don't feel intimidated, okay? There are certain things you might don't know, okay? Okay, just a few things you really have to know so you look good. So, let's start with the second. If it works. Let's go. Click. Wow, it was not. Thank you. Okay, so we will talk about the basic receptacles. There is this receptacle polarized with two slots. This is the older homes, usually have it. So whole Alhambra, San Gabriel Valley, this whole area has this kind of outlets, which is polarized, but it most likely have no ground. Don't panic about it. You can use a, how do you call it? An adapter to plug in a 3-prong outlet. You just have to make it sure that it's properly inserted there. Okay? The next one is that what we were just talking, okay, wrong way. The three slot grounded receptacles, mostly newer homes or those which has been remodeled. It's supposed to have a ground, but many of them doesn't. That's where we come in, our inspectors, to tell that it is there, but it has no ground. Okay? So you know these two basic ones. Let's go to the third one. Now this one looks funny, isn't it? Interesting, nice, isn't it? Anyhow, this is an older type, and it's primarily used for older window air conditioners. In the newer homes, they don't do that. They don't even sell window air conditioners anymore with this kind of plugs, which require this kind of receptacle. But you will find them in older homes. And they might gonna ask, the buyer might ask you or seller, what is that? What is that for? You know, so it's good to know. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. It works. Okay. Now this is another funny looking one. This is also found in older homes. This is a 125 and 250 volt receptacle. It uses older dryers and similar one used in older range, you know, stove and that kind. It's really not used any longer, but you're gonna find them, and many of them actually disconnected, but they might gonna ask you, what is this for? So it's good to know that it's an old things. They don't even sell any longer this kind of appliances, but you're still gonna find in older homes where the appliances are 40, 30 years old. So it's good to know that they have those. Okay. Next. Well, you heard about this, the GFCI receptacle. That means ground fault circuit interrupter. Used near water, mostly kitchen and bedroom. It's supposed to be 6 feet from any faucet. Also, they use it in swimming pool area, very important to have it, and in the laundry room. This one prevents you to be killed. So it's good to have it. Older homes don't have it, so it's always recommended when they move in to change it, so it will prevent accidents. It's a really good thing to have. In case your hair dryer got dropped in the water, it's automatic to trip and it's not going to kill you. Okay? So let's do that. Okay, let's go to the heaters. There's just a few type of heaters around mostly. And this is the horizontal heater, which most likely located in the closet in the hallway. And it's sometimes combined with an air conditioning unit, but the condenser, of course, is always outside. So we didn't see much problem with them. It's good to get it checked anyhow. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. Wall heater, well, wall heater. It's just a plain wall heater. It's either have a thermostat on the wall or not. But it's good to have it, make it sure it's working. Okay? What happened? Oh, I turned it off. Sorry, wrong button. Okay. This heater is a combination with the air conditioning unit, and it's on top of the roof. So it's I don't know why they put things on top of the roof. It's hard to get to it, hard to inspect, hard to maintain, service, but they've done it, not lately. So you will see those. Okay? Now this is what I need to talk to you about. It's vertical heaters. The vertical heaters are usually in an attic, and unfortunately, many of them has been recalled. The burner are no good. It was between 1983 and 1994, the consolidated furnace. That's the name. So it's good to check it out that it has been recalled. Nobody notified the owner. Nobody notified the inspector, realtors, or anybody. And they are gone. The company is bankrupt. So if you need a new heater element, either the buyer or seller have to buy it. So let's make it sure that any heater in a house should be checked with the gas company or a professional. You never know when it's a carbon monoxide coming out, although now it's, as Mary Kay said, if you have carbon monoxide detectors. So, but this is very important to know. So you call a gas company, they have a list which unit has been recalled, and you have a source of figuring it out, who paid for it, how does this problem will be taken care of. Now, one thing I don't understand. We know that the house will not going to close if there is no heater. And still, realtors show the house, put an offer in it, put a counter offer in it, open an escrow, and they call the inspector, and we go out there and say, the house has no heater. Again, there's a problem. Who's going to pay for it? It has to have a heater if it's financed. So, please, when you show a house and you don't see the heater, you ask, where is the heater? It could be on top of the roof. Okay? So, make sure you ask those. Okay, I'm pretty fast. But anyhow, there's one more thing I need to talk to you about it. And let me get that one. It's the water heater. If you want to be, actually two more. The water heater is a very simple thing if you want to be smart. If you walk by a water heater and it makes popping noise, pop, 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 a lot of little popping noise, you are smart. You are a smart realtor. You're going to tell them the water heater has a lot of sediment. Please get it drained. It will enhance the performance of it. So it's always good to have drained and get all the sediments out of it. Now they came out with water, the water heaters with tankless ones, and that's a different story. That's an instant heater, so that's no problem with that. Now this is what you really have to write down and you have to know, because that will really make you smart when you go to a house. This is about air conditioning units. It's called British Thermal Unit. It's BTU. It's a very simple way. It's not scientifically perfect, but we call in California 500 square foot home need 1 ton of air conditioning unit, which is 1200 BTU per hour. So if you walk into a home and you just ask, how big is the house? Oh, 2,000 square foot. Okay, so you have a 4-ton air conditioning unit which provides 48,000 BTU. They will think you are amazing. You are the best realtor they ever found. So please learn this few little things. This is very important to know. And you will be smart. Look smart, at least in front of the buyers and sellers. Well, thank you very much.